Yet exhilarated, Roger Hill and his group jump back into the battered vans, ready to take on Mother Nature again.
All aboard? Supercell Express.
It's the rush adrenaline from a brush with danger that tornado chasers seek. An addictive sensation that will continue to pull them closer to the edge. Tornadoes offer a dynamic balance of beauty and beast. They are dangerous yet majestic, captivating yet terrifying. For storm chasers, finding a tornado requires a calculated strategy with little margin of error. At times, some deliberately put themselves in the direct path of Mother Nature's fury in order to experience her raw power. Near Waterloo, Iowa, twister chaser Roger Hill is determined to do just that. He leads a tour group to within a mile of an enormous and destructive tornado.
The houses we just came by are not going to be there when we go back. They will be gone, folks. They will be gone.
Even though the tornado is moving away from them, they've purposely placed themselves in the path of severe winds.
You're going to get RFD blasted right here in just a second. Here it comes.
RFD stands for rear flank downdraft, a vicious wind that generally comes from the southwest side of supercells.
Oh my goodness, look at this! Hang tight, people, hang tight! Oh man, look at this! Look out, hang on, hang on! Oh, RFD, 70, 80 miles an hour! Hang on!
It's awe-inspiring to see Mother Nature at its worst. You just can't believe that nature is capable of such destruction. But it gives you motivation as a scientist to try to understand what's causing it.
Most chasers try to avoid these violent winds, but some scientists seek them out. Chris Weiss from Texas Tech University travels Tornado Alley with his team in a caravan called the Mobile Mesonettes. Their research is based on the theory that rear flank downdrafts are the key to learn how and when tornadoes form.
There's a lot of theories in tornadogenesis. A lot of them relate to how the wind changes in the thunderstorm, how the temperature changes in the thunderstorm, and we're trying to sample the thermodynamic environment, trying to support or refute these theories for tornadogenesis.
The Mobile Mesonettes are equipped with meteorological instruments and GPS. Weiss's team deploys the mesonettes around tornado-forming supercells where they create a small network of weather stations that track changes in wind speed and direction, temperature, humidity, and air pressure. The combined readings help map RFD in relation to tornado formation.
What we're still trying to understand is how that storm scale rotation eventually evolves into the very narrow, concentrated vortex of the tornado.
Nearly every theory points to RFD as a catalyst in tornado formation. Still, its exact role is unclear.
The biggest problem with tornadoes is obviously understanding the genesis. That is the one point in science that we just haven't quite gotten there yet.
Improvements in tornado prediction over the last decade has increased the alert times from just 6 minutes to nearly 12. Chris Weiss hopes his research will extend that time even more.
You know, if we can understand how supercells develop, understand how they produce tornadoes, we can give more lead time to the public.
But scientists aren't the only ones roaming Tornado Alley concerned about public safety. Not merely voyeurs, twister chasers provide useful information to the authorities.
Rusty Jardy, Carter County Sheriff.
Oh, Roger Hill. Nice to meet you.
You guys chasing this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you in touch with the Weather Service?
Yes, sir.
You're calling it in too.
I got to. You bet.
Good. That's fine.
That's what
Then I won't do it. You know more about it than I do.
No problem.
Explain this. It's doing the same thing over there, isn't it?
It is. That's actually called the flanking area of the storm.
And the moment disaster strikes, chasers are often first on the scene to lend a helping hand. In May of 2004, the twister chasing duo of Melanie Metz and Peggy Willenberg enter the small town of Wilbur, Nebraska, minutes after it's been hit by a crushing tornado.
Western Gage County with this storm. The storm has a history of producing tornadoes and damage. If you are in the path of this storm, get to the basement. Otherwise, go to an interior room on the lowest level of your home or business.
Oh my God, this is really scary.
Mangled trees and debris cover the road. Homes and businesses are torn in half.
It's already been through here, so unless this is RFD. No, this is... Hey!
Melanie calls in to report the damage.
There was a roof off of a house on 41 just east of Wilbur. And a bunch of, like, rows of trees snapped in half. Power lines across the road, and it smells like gas.
They continue driving. Just outside of town, down power lines block their path.
Oh my God, major power line. I wouldn't cross this. We have to turn around.
Then a man comes stumbling out of the darkness, dazed and calling for help.
Someone's pinned underneath the...
Okay, all right. Someone's pinned under the house? Okay. All right. We'll get you. Is that your house?
Yes.
Okay, we'll try to call somebody. Here, wait. We'll come and help you, too.
There were 3 kids trapped in the house. And the mom was on the road, too, trying to get to her kids, but there were a bunch of down power lines.
They got him out?
Okay, they got him out, they got him out, they got him out. Oh my God, I gotta go, Annie. Harrison, Winona, Potawatomi, and Shelby.
They were underneath debris in the basement. So they were also really afraid of the power lines and the propane, so we were able to get a light down there so they could see how to get out, and then we kind of pulled them out up the steps. So it was pretty scary, but they're okay. That's the important thing.
The twister that struck Wilbur and the nearby town of Hallam, Nebraska, was nearly 2.5 miles wide, and its path of destruction traveled more than 50 miles. It caused 37 injuries and, tragically, 1 death. Since the physical size of a tornado does not always correlate to its strength, tornadoes are instead rated only when they cause damage to man-made structures using the Fujita scale from 0 to 5. F1 tornadoes are considered moderate, with estimated wind speeds of more than 110 miles per hour. They have the ability to peel roofs from buildings and push cars off the road. F4 tornadoes are considered devastating. Their winds can top 260 miles per hour. They can level homes, send cars flying, and turn large pieces of debris into high-speed missiles. The Hallam, Nebraska tornado was rated an F4. It was a harrowing and memorable night for the Twister sisters, and a grim reminder of the sinister side of tornadoes. For chasers this season, there is little time to rest. Forecasts for the following week predict that Tornado Alley is about to go full tilt. In the United States, a typical year produces over 1,300 tornadoes, tragically taking nearly 50 lives. However, this season is proving to be relatively quiet. By June 1st, only 367 tornadoes have been reported, 40% below average, making Twister chasers' jobs even more difficult.
It's been a very slow tornado season. There were a few good ones. It's been really low compared to the average year.
The Twister sisters are deep in the Texas Panhandle. They must strategize a plan of attack for the day. Joined by Melanie's husband, Mark, they check the latest weather reports. Indications are that tornado-producing storms are about to pick up. On their screen, they can see 2 enormous supercell thunderstorms developing nearby.
This one actually has a severe marker.
Yeah, this is a good place to be.
This storm is actually going severe. The one just to our north is going to very shortly. And tease me later.
So should we go to that northern storm?
No. I think we